Hello guys, welcome back. So today we will be starting with here and we are doing unit 3. Yes, so let's begin. This box first. The ancient position of ADR outside India was akin to submission of disputes to decision of private persons recognized under Roman law by name of compromisum. See, so ADR, that is, we read about it, alternative dispute resolution, that if a person doesn't want to be dragged in court, or he doesn't want daily debates in courts, then he may choose an alternative option, that he will appoint a third neutral party who will decide, who will listen to their case, and then he or she will give the decision. That will of course be binding on those two parties because they both have mutually agreed to appoint that person. So ADR position outside India was that disputes will be submitted, and obviously it was private people, and it was held, उसको ADR नहीं बोलते थे, उसको एक compromise बोलते थे. Arbitration was a mode of settling controversies much favored in civil law, as it is of private people, of the civilians, so it was much favored and much prevalent in the civil law of the Roman area. And it was to settle down the controversy or the problem and to come to a solution, to compromise between those two people. Greeks attached particular importance to arbitration. Attitude of English law towards arbitration fluctuated from stiff opposition to moderate welcome. Now, Greeks, they gave a particular importance to this system, and the English people, that is the England people, they said their opinions changed from time to time, and towards arbitration they thought of they strictly opposed it, and then moderately they were of the mindset that yeah, this is also a sort of good system to adopt and to implement. We can also reduce pendency of cases if this ADR is adopted in our countries. So common law courts looked jealously at agreements to submit disputes to extrajudicial determination. Since it is outside judiciary or courts, so it is extrajudicial determination, and so obviously common law courts will be a sort of, they will develop a sort of jealousy that, oh, because it is gaining something which is gaining importance which is outside the arena of courts, so obviously courts will feel bad or jealous. In modern era, several new and sophisticated forms of ADR techniques have developed. Different forms are discussed in subsequent parts. Now, what are the benefits of ADR? ADR methods are speedier. Debates are not held like for years. It happens in few days because only two parties are there and a single person, no such burden on him, no such burden of so many pendency of cases on him. So it is speedier. The case gets resolved in a much relatively shorter period of time. Informal because a proper court as such, as it is seen, and the proper courts are not set up. And cheaper modes, you don't have to appoint rich or big lawyers so that they may fight the cases in your to represent you in the courts. Rather, you yourself sometimes tell the problem to the third party, and then he listens to it, and whatever his point of understanding is, he gives the verdict according to that. So it is cheaper, it is speedier, it is informal mode of resolving the disputes. So these are the most important, you can say, the benefits of ADR techniques. ADR provides a more convenient forum to parties who can choose the time, place, procedure for conducting the preferred dispute redressal process. So the parties themselves can decide at what time they have to meet up, where they have to meet up, and all such stuff. They only can decide according to their own preferences. Furthermore, if dispute is technical in nature, parties have an opportunity to select the expert who possesses the relevant legal and technical expertise. So all the time parties have the opportunity or have the skill or they have the right to choose the arbitrator in their own matter. It is interesting to note that ADR provides flexibility to even refer disputes to non-lawyers, means the people who are not advocates, not lawyers. They can also be set up as, they can also be treated as a mediator who will solve the dispute. It has to be a neutral party setup, just that, and he may have some or the other sort of legal knowledge, legal or technical expertise, so that with legal aspects he may be able to solve your problem and give the required solution to the situation. For example, several disputes of technical character, example disputes pertaining to regulation of construction industry, are usually referred to engineers rather than lawyers. So just a mediator setup should be just sort of technical expertise the person should has, who you are referring to solve the problem. He must have the technical or legal expertise enough for your for the solution of your problem. If there is construction related dispute, you can go up, you can prefer to a person who is expert in that area, in the construction industry area, so that he has to be neutral first of all, so that he may give you a proper solution to the problem that you are stuck in. And not necessarily that mediator always has to be a lawyer. It can be a person who is not a lawyer. ADR is encouraged among disputants to reduce delays and high pendency of court cases. As I am saying it, to reduce the pendency of court cases, it is a very beneficial and very preferred technique, I may say, and it is encouraged so that delays are, see, it is the speedier method, no? So delay is also reduced and pendency is also lessened. Rise of ADR is further supported as law courts are confronted with following problems: lack of number of courts and judges, which creates an inadequacy within justice delivery system. There are less number of courts as there must be. Judges are also less. See, if you compare the number of cases which are pending in India, then there is one judge for 1 lakh people, for 1 lakh disputes. So judges posts are vacant, they need to be vacant, but there is no job, there's no filling up of the posts of the vacant seats. So number of judges and courts is less, because of which there is an inadequacy and imbalance to deliver the justice properly. Increasing litigation due to increasing population, complexity of laws, obsolete continuation of some pre-existing legal statutes. So there are some legislations or legal statutes which were framed back in 18th or 17th or 19th century rather, and now they now with the current system or current passage of time, they are seeming to be obsolete, or they are of no use, but still due to some culture or tradition or some any other reason, they are still continued, they are still practiced, because of which also there is an imbalance or complex situation which gets done, because nobody is removing that law, so you have to practice it, although it is not as per the today's scenario. Increasing population, increasing number of disputes, increasing number of lawyers, so and so. Increasing cost of litigation, rich lawyer has 3 lakhs, 5 lakh fees to represent you in court for a single day or for an hour. If in a day your hearing is only for 2 hours, then for that 2 hours you will consider it to be the whole day and he will take 5 lakhs from you. So big lawyers or successful lawyers, they charge this much of fees. Supreme Court lawyers I am talking about. So this is much expensive. Comparatively, the ADR method is cheaper, is very much cheaper. Delay in disposal of cases resulting in huge pendency. We delay it, next hearing this day. So this next hearing situation is creating a delay. In disposal means to resolve the disputes. And if you are continuously delaying a matter, then obviously that means it is still pending. Verdict is not delivered. In light of apparent need and benefits provided by ADR, it has emerged as a successful alternative to court trials. Rise of ADR movement indicates that it is contributing tremendously towards reviving litigants' faith in justice delivery mechanisms. So if we can't go to court because of high pendency or high so much of delays, so you can opt for ADR techniques. Okay, ADR techniques doesn't mean a single one, it has 3 techniques under it. Okay, so ADR, any of the ADR technique you can opt for. Types of ADR. Arbitration is the first one. Arbitration is a term derived from nomenclature of Roman law. It is a private arrangement of taking disputes to a less adversarial, less formal and more flexible forum and abiding by judgment of a selected person instead of carrying it to the established courts of justice. So instead of carrying it to the courts of law or to the judiciary organ, you are referring it to a third neutral party, as I am saying it. So that it is, and it is a less formal, it is informal setup, flexible, cheap, and obviously whatever judgment of that person is, you have to abide by that. Process. Arbitration can be chosen by parties either by way of an agreement or through reference of court. So you may mutually agree that we will, if there is a dispute between us, we will at that time appoint an arbitrator, and then only he will only solve the dispute. We will ourselves appoint the arbitrator first, or we will resolve the matter through ADR only, but we will not appoint the person who will do that. We will go to the court and ask the court to appoint an arbitrator for us. Okay. Parties in an arbitration have freedom to select a qualified expert known as an arbitrator. जो arbitration करेगा उसको कहते हैं arbitrator. तो parties, they have the right, they have the freedom that they can themselves mutually agreement, they can select the person who will be resolving their matter, and they can also mutually agree on the fact that whenever there is a dispute, they will go to the court and court will elect an arbitrator for them. Process of dispute resolution through arbitration is confidential, unlike the court proceedings, which are open to the public. Court proceedings are open to the public. That's why you then and now hear that court delivered this matter, this court delivered this matter, because it is open. Now, if you are going to an ADR, it is very likely that whatever your dispute is, that may not be disclosed to your neighborhood only, or to the other people residing in your own city. Country is a far off thing. Okay, but Punjab High Court, what decisions it is delivering, that goes on to the whole country as a part of knowledge, and it becomes GK when you will go and give some sort of competitive examination. Then you will get to know, then you will understand what I am saying. So confidential, it is limited to private people, right? We read about it, private people, so it doesn't gets disclosed to anybody else. This feature makes it popular, especially for commercial disputes where business secrets revealed during process of dispute resolution are protected and preserved. So if you want any such of your confidential information, you don't want it to be revealed in front of the public or in front of a huge mass of people, then you can opt for ADR, because then it will remain confidential. It will not be disclosed to anybody outside. Similarly, companies can maintain their commercial reputation as they can prevent the general public or their customers from discovering the details of their ongoing legal disputes. And if it is in court, the public hota hai, transparency hoti hai, so it can be disclosed. So this is a safer method. Decision rendered by an arbitrator is known as arbitral award. If you remember in the first lecture or so of this chapter, I told you whatever decision the arbitrator gives, that is known as award. Similar to a judgment given by a judge, it is binding on disputing parties. Once an arbitral award is rendered, it is recognized and enforced akin to a court pronounced judgment or order. Means it is given the same value in the eyes of law as a judge's order is given. जज का जो वर्डिक्ट होता है, उसकी जो वैल्यू होती है, वही वैल्यू एक आर्बिट्रल अवार्ड की होती है. In addition to an arbitral award, arbiter also holds power and authority to grant interim measures like a judge in court. So almost he has the same power, same authority as a judge. These interim measures are in nature of a temporary relief and may be granted while legal proceedings are ongoing in order to preserve and protect certain rights of parties till final award is rendered. So some measurements or some reliefs can be provided to the parties so that till the time the proceedings are going on they may have their rights protected. लाइक इफ कोई जान का खतरा है और उसने आर्बिट्रेशन अपॉइंट किया तो उस बंदे को सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करना, दैट कैन ऑल्सो बी अ सॉर्ट ऑफ रिलीफ दैट इज रेंडर्ड टू द पर्सन टिल द टाइम ऑफ प्रोसीडिंग. Therefore, an arbitral award holds several similarities with a court order or judgment. Unlike a judgment rendered by a judge, award does not hold precedential value. Precedential means like if a court 2010 verdict of court A versus B can be used as a precedent, as an example in future cases of say 2020 C versus D. It can be used. अगर कुछ सेम सिचुएशन का सर्कमस्टेंस आया तो पीपल और द लॉयर्स और द जजेस मे रिफर टू द अर्लियर वर्डिक्ट्स कि इस वर्डिक्ट में ऐसे ही कुछ सेम सिचुएशंस थी और तब जज ने ये कहा था, तो हम उसी का एग्जाम्पल लेते हुए आज ये कह रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो ऐसी सिचुएशंस हो सकती हैं और इसको कहते हैं प्रेसिडेंट्स. आर्बिट्रल अवार्ड को प्रेसिडेंट्स की तरह सेट नहीं किया जाता है बिकॉज दे आर कॉन्फिडेंशियल, इट इज़ हेल्ड बिटवीन प्राइवेट पीपल, तो वो प्रेसिडेंट नहीं हो सकते. लेकिन कोर्ट जजमेंट्स जो होते हैं वो पूरे सिटी को, पूरे स्टेट को, इफ़ इट इज़ हाई कोर्ट तो पूरे स्टेट को या पूरी कंट्री को डिस्क्लोज हो जाते हैं. कभी कभी कुछ हाई कोर्ट्स भी इतना लैंडमार्क जजमेंट देते हैं कि वो पूरी कंट्री में फेमस होता है. सो दैट कैन बी यूज्ड एज अ प्रेसिडेंट बाय अदर हाई कोर्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया. बट आर्बिट्रेशन के जो अवार्ड्स होते हैं वो कभी भी एज ए प्रेसिडेंट नहीं हो सकते. अदरवाइज ऑल द पावर अथॉरिटी इज सेम of an arbitrator as of a judge of a court. All the authority of arbitral award is same as the judgment delivered by judge of a court. Arbitrators are free to base their decisions on their own conception of what is fair and just. As I said it few minutes back, the person that you have elected, he can give the verdict on his own point of understanding. Unlike judges, they are not strictly required to follow law or reasoning of earlier case decisions. अब ADR को अगर as a president नहीं माना जा रहा है, so they will not be compelled to follow what the earlier ADRs have delivered or what the earlier court decisions were. They are not strictly required to follow the rules and regulations or the rule books that are prevalent at that time in India. Okay, because as we saw before a few minutes, arbitrators can be the expert person of the field also, like engineers. So engineers will not have much knowledge of law field, so there it is not mandated that you need to follow what rules say. So now types of arbitration, next video.